Okay, let's now look at the forward market, meaning something in the future. The forward market is where currencies are bought and sold now for future delivery. It's usually 1, 3, 6 months. It can be years, but most likely most people are trying to pay off something just a few months from them. The exchange rate is agreed on at the time of the contract, and payment is made when the future delivery actually takes place. Now, banks do this service, let's face it, to earn a profit. So, there is a forward rate. That's the rate of exchange used in settlement of forward transactions. If it's at a premium, then the foreign currency is worth more in the forward market than in the spot market. If it is at a discount, the foreign currency is worth less in the forward market than in the spot market. This is the way it's calculated. We have the premium, the discount, equals the difference between the forward rate and the spot rate as a percentage of the spot rate, okay, that's the percentage, times 12 divided by the number of months forward. So you have a premium, let's say it was $1,000, actually I don't know what that would, $1.6036 minus 1.6039, so that was the forward rate, that was the spot rate. You find the difference, so you divide by the spot rate. Then it was 1 month, so you multiply it by 12 divided by 1, and there is your answer. There's the rate. Have to make sure I don't go too far. This is selected examples of forward exchange rates. Again, the foreign exchange rates below apply to trading among banks in amounts of 1 million and more, as quoted by 4 p.m. Eastern Time by Reuters, which is a news service, by the way, and other sources. This was for October 29th, 2013. Retail transactions provide fewer units of foreign currency per dollar. So this is basically this is the wholesale, if you want, rate for when it's $1 million or more. And this just tells you in US dollars how much it was and per US dollar how much it was. This is 1 month forward for a Japanese yen, 3 months forward, or you want to buy it for 6 months forward. If it's a United Kingdom pound, then you want to buy it a month from now, 3 months from now, or 6 months from now. And so these are the rates for Wednesday and for the day before Tuesday. And again, for Wednesday and the day before Tuesday. Now, there is a relationship between the forward rate and the spot rate. Relative gains from these interest rate differentials tend to be offset by losses on foreign exchange conversions. So you can save money because there's an interest rate differential, but then you're going to lose money by doing a foreign exchange conversion, thus reducing or eliminating the incentive to invest, in this case, perhaps United Kingdom Treasury bills. To profit from relatively high interest rates in the United Kingdom, you want to take advantage of them, the U.S. investor will what? Buy pounds, British pounds, with dollars in the spot market. They sell the pounds for dollars in the forward market. The spot market of the pound rises, say, to $2.01 per pound, while the forward price of the pound falls, say, to $1.99 a pound. Okay? Pound moves to a discount in the forward market, and the relative gains from investing in the United Kingdom Treasury bills decrease. Now, to manage your foreign exchange risk with a forward foreign exchange contract, because exchange rates fluctuation, because of those fluctuations, you can substantially change the return on assets denominated in foreign currency. Again, fluctuations in exchange rate can very wildly, if you want, will substantially change the returns on assets denominated in the foreign currency. Interest rates play a key role in determining the relative attractiveness of assets denominated in domestic and foreign currencies. So you have different interest rates, which make the foreign one more attractive, but you have exchange rate fluctuations. Effects of the exchange rate changes can swamp the effects of the interest rate differentials. Hedging and foreign exchange. Hedging is the process of avoiding or covering a foreign exchange risk of potential volatility in currency values by entering the forward market to purchase the currency in the future, okay? So again, it's a process. You want to avoid or cover your foreign exchange risk because of volatility in the currency market that you anticipate, so you go into the forward market to purchase currency in the future. If you want to hedge against losses created by dollar depreciations, well, a U.S. firm owes €1 million to a European firm in 3 months and doesn't want to tie its funds up by purchasing on the spot market. Remember, if you buy it immediately, you can't use that $1 million for something else, and it's really not due now anyway. So you could contract to purchase the €1 million on the forward market, but at today's forward rate, so you know what it's going to be for delivery in 3 months. Now, if you want to hedge against losses created by dollar appreciation, in that case, instead of you spending, the U.S. firm anticipates receiving €1 million in 3 months. It could contract to sell those anticipated receipts in the forward market, again, at today's forward rate. But, and here's the problem, anticipated exchange rate changes are no more guaranteed than anything else in economics. There's always risk. In this case, it's a risk because the U.S. firm, by buying that contract, is locked into the rate agreement. So let's say, for example, the dollar moves in the U.S. favor. The firm can't benefit by paying with euros that now cost them less 3 months later. Well, not now cost them, but cost them less 3 months later. It's not confusing here. Because of the dollar's appreciation. I will repeat. The risk is that because you're locked in the agreement, you anticipated the dollar was going to, change its rate, okay? But you anticipated that it was going to, let me just go back and show you. You anticipated it was going to depreciate, okay? So you locked in a forward rate. If the dollar turns around and moves in your favor, appreciates in value, so 3 months from now you can buy your euros with less dollars, there's nothing you can do. You've already locked the rate in. And the same thing goes with example 2. Now, some firms don't even bother to hedge. They rationalize, probably quite logically if they're in the business for the long run, that currency fluctuations are going to even out over the long term. Now, does this foreign currency hedging pay off? Well, many businesses that conduct business abroad do try to eliminate at least half of their currency risk, and companies with a narrow profit margin may hedge 4/5 of their known foreign exchange requirements. But when currencies are fluctuating dramatically, it can be very expensive, meaning if the times are politically calm and it's business as usual, there aren't too much changes from day to day in currencies, you could probably get a good rate on the forward contract. But at a period like right now, where everything's up in the air because of chaos, it costs you a lot, might not be worth the deal. So we're going to stop here.